Hi, welcome. Simon here, and I hope you're doing well. In this video, I'll walk you through step by step on how to set up Ubiquiti Loco M5 from point to multi-point. What that means is you'll be sending one of the access point over to multiple station. So let me draw you a diagram, at least you will understand what it means by point to multi-point. All right, so here we have three Ubiquiti Loco M5. Okay, so assuming this is your internet service provider, so this internet service provider provides you internet to your building A. So let's just say this is your A building, and in the A building you would have this what is called the AP, or the access point. So this access point Ubiquiti, the first one, will be broadcasting Wi-Fi over to B building, and also can be broadcasting to C building. So what that means is the station, so this would be your station, and this is what we call point to multi-point. Okay, that means you can have one here, you can have D building if you like, one here to receive the signal coming from A building. So assuming that you would have 3 rental units, so assuming this is your big property that you have here, right? Or maybe a farm, maybe a rental property. So let's just say you live in this this big house, this mansion here, and you have a cottage and maybe a study room, right? Or maybe, I don't know, your gym room, right? Your workout room. Instead of having internet service provider on each of the location or each of the building, you're saying like, hey, can I have just one here and not spending the rest of it, but I can install this Ubiquiti point to multi-point, meaning that you're sending Wi-Fi signal internet over to building B, building C, D, E, F, G, whatever, as many as you want. So this process here, this is the layout, the diagram that I'm going to show it to you and walk you through step by step on how to set it up and get it started. All right. So let's go ahead and label these 3 devices. At least you get to know what I'm doing here. So let's go ahead and say this is access point, and just say it as AP, and this is the big house, A building. Okay, this here we will be setting up as station, and this would be your B building, and here would be another station for C building. All right, so let's go ahead and start configuring in the access point, and we'll come back to do the B and the C. Let's put this on the side here. Now in the box, you would get to have this power over Ethernet injector adapter. This injector allows to carry power, which means the power over Ethernet, PoE. The PoE would draw the power and feed it into the access point, the Ubiquiti. So each of them would have the power cable, the adapter, and the device itself. So I just have them plugged it in to my this extension core here. So this is my extension surge protector. I just have these 3 of them plugged in. I'm ready to get it all set up. All right, what you need to have is to have yourself some of the Ethernet cable. This Ethernet cable here is what all we need. So the first thing we like to do is to go ahead and slide this little plastic out. And you can see there's only one port here. It says LAN. And this LAN goes in here. And we'll be connecting the LAN into the PoE. It's not trying to connect to the LAN. You can't do the LAN over the LAN. You need to use the PoE into the LAN, right? So connect the access point into the PoE. All right, so this access point is all set up. Now let's go ahead and set up the B station as well. We just want to power them up ahead of time. So on the B, I'll be using the blue cable. Slide it in, insert to LAN. And the other cable here, it goes into the PoE of the second injector. Now let's go ahead and power up the C. In the C, I'll be plugging in the yellow cable. And you know it's going to go into the PoE. All right, so we have access point, station, B and C, and we're ready to configure. Okay, now the way to configure is you need to have a Windows computer or maybe Mac. It's up to you, your choice. Any computer. All we need to do is just to do some configuration here. Okay, so let me show it to you on the second monitor screen here. All right, as you can see, I'm ready to configure them. Now here I have my desktop. So this is my desktop extension. What is going on? So stubborn. Trying to lay it properly, at least you guys can see it. Okay, what I need is this here. Okay, so what we need to have is to configure the access point, and what you want to do is make sure you plug it into your desktop. So I just make an extension adapter here, and this is coming off from my desktop. If you have a laptop, you can just plug directly to your laptop. So I'll be using this orange cable. I'll plug it in, and at the end of this orange cable here, what you need to do is we'll be configuring the access point, the A building first. So you'll be plugging into the LAN, right? So this is the LAN. Plug it in here. Okay, now we're gonna ready to configure the access point. All right, so the first thing I like to do is to go ahead and go to control panel. So click on this start and type in control panel. All right, here in the control panel, I want you to go to network and internet. I want you to click on network and sharing center. And here I have Ethernet 2. You see this little blue writing here. And yours might be Ethernet 3, 4, 5, whatever number that is. So go ahead and click on that. And you get this little pop-up screen. In the pop-up screen, I want you to click on properties. If you take a look here, it says Internet Protocol version 4. Double click that. And here, by default, is check obtain an IP address automatically. What I want you to do is to click on this says use the following IP address. We are going to give it a number here, which is 192.168.1.21. We're going to do the subnet mask 255.255.255.255.0, and default gateway is 192.168.1.1, and we're going to click OK, OK, and close, and close. So we have configured a static IP address into my computer, or into your computer now. So once it's configured with the static IP, now that we can go ahead and start configuring the access point. So go ahead and open up your browser. I'll be using Microsoft Edge. You can use either Firefox, Google Chrome, any of your browser, your choice. On the very top here, you see the URL bar. Go ahead and type in 192.168.1.20. Hit enter. It will bring you to this connection that says your connection isn't private. That is okay. You just have to click on advanced and click continue to 192.168.1.20. Here is your first time of setting up the Ubiquiti access point. So you need to read through the terms and regulation. Go ahead and accept that. Once you read it, and the username, you want to select UBNT. Username is UBNT. Password, UBNT as well. Okay, password will be UBNT as well. Country, I'll be selecting United States, and I'll be click login. All right, once you log in, the first thing you'll see here, it says you're using the default administrator password. Please change it in system page. Sure, we're going to click on system page here. So let's go ahead and click on the tab on the top, system. Under device name, we will be naming this as A building, right? We are setting this up as the A building. Time zone, select Hawaii. You can select your own time zone. I live in Hawaii, so I'll be selecting Hawaii. Under administrator username, I'll leave it the default as UBNT. Here you can see this little key icon. Click on the key icon. Current password is UBNT. New password UBNT1. Verify UBNT1. So that is just what I want to set up as UBNT1. You need to make sure you change your password. Once you have done that, you see this little icon right here. It says change. So go ahead and click change. Once you change, the next step you like to do is to click on wireless. Under wireless mode, we change it to access point. Under SSID, we are going to give it a Wi-Fi name. So what it does is that this access point right here, when you're installing the Ubiquiti, you'll be broadcasting Wi-Fi. Remember, you'll be shooting Wi-Fi over to B and C. Now, here we need to give it a Wi-Fi name. And this Wi-Fi name, I'll be naming this as Hello, HELLO. Okay, so go ahead and type in hello. You can type in any of your Wi-Fi name you prefer. It's up to your choice. Channel width, I'll leave it as 40. Everything will stay the same. I'm not changing anything except the power output. Power output, whatever that is. I'll crank it down to 13. You don't have to push all the way up. Just do it as the number 13 is more than enough. Under wireless security here, we want to change the security mode to WPA2 and give it a password. I'll be naming this 123456789. That's my password. Once I'm done with that, I will click change. Once you have changed, I want you to click on the tab network. Network tab. all you have to do is to select the management IP address. Go ahead and click it, DHCP, click change, and click apply. That is all you need to do for the access point. Very straightforward. Now the access point is configured. The device is rebooting. Now you can go ahead and close the web browser. All right, so this thing is configured. Well, I still have the orange cable plugged into my desktop right here. And since I already configured the access point for this, the gray cable for the access point, I'll be unplugging this cable right here, leaving the desktop cable plugged in, unplug it from the access point. We're going to plug it into the second injector, which is the blue line that goes to station B. All right, we are configuring the station B. Let's go ahead and open up your browser again. Here I'll be typing in 192.168.1.20. Hit enter. Advance. Continue. Again, accept the terms of use. Username is UBNT by default. UBNT, that's the default. Select United States and login. I'm going to go a little bit faster because the B and C is similar settings. No, it's actually exact settings. So I'll be going a little bit faster. Go ahead and click dismiss. We're going to click on system on the top right corner here. System tab, device name, B building, time zone, select your own time zone. Click on the key, change the password. UBNT1, that's what I changed it to. I click change. Now go to wireless. Under wireless mode, we are having it as station, right? Remember, I wrote down station here. So your B building has to be station. Under SSID, we are receiving it, right? Remember A, we set up as hello. Now B, we are receiving the signal. So what we do is we're going to click on this select button, and the little window would pop up, and this window here pop up would show all your neighbors Wi-Fi around the surrounding, right? So I see all my neighbors Wi-Fi here. As I scroll down and I see hello, right? Hello under SSID that we set it up earlier. And also you can verify the device name that we name it to, which is we name it as A building, right? So go ahead and select this little, click on this little icon here. You will be selecting this network that we need to connect to. Once you selected that, click on select, right? So this little button right here in the middle, bottom right, click on select. Now it's automatically fill in that Wi-Fi ID for you. Now channel width, we leave it as auto. In the access point, we set it up as 40 megahertz. So auto here, it would go with 20 or 40. So leave it as that. Output power, we're going to drop it down to 13. Okay. Now here under security, it will be WPA2. Now what is the password for the access point? Remember, we give it a password which is 123456789. You want to put in the password that you created for the access point, not your home Wi-Fi router password. Okay, we're talking about this Wi-Fi here that we created for that password. Go ahead and put in that password here and click change. Now let's go to network tab. Under network tab, all you have to do is click on DHCP and click change. That's all you need to do, and make sure you click apply. Once you click apply, the station B is going to put in the configuration, the setup, and it would reboot the network. Now, once this thing is booting up, we are switching it over. So what we're going to do is we are unplugging the building B injector, and we'll be inserting into the yellow injector, which is the building C. Okay, let's go ahead and close my browser here and reopen the same browser again. And every time when you want to configure, you need to go to 192.168.20, hit enter, advanced, continue. I'm going to go a little bit faster for the C because the C and the B is the same. Okay, system, give it a name, C building, time zone, password, click change, wireless, station, wireless mode is station, SSID, click select, scroll down, hello, a building, select, drop down to 13, password, click change, network tab, DHCP, change, apply. That is all for that station C. We just configured into station C. All right, now we can close the browser. Remember, we need to change your computer network IP address back to the default settings, right? So go back to control panel, go to network and internet, network and sharing center, click on the blue line that says Ethernet 2, go to properties, double click version 4. Instead of having the static IP address that was given, go ahead and select obtain an IP address automatically, obtain DNS server address automatically, click OK, OK, close, close. So we just configured your desktop back to its own original settings. Now let's come back here to the full screen. We can go ahead and disconnect this cable, disconnect from the computer. Now here we are pretty much is all set up, right? So we have the access point setup, station B setup, station C setup. It is all ready to be installed over to your new place. I mean to your whatever, right? To your cottage, to your barn, to whatever rental unit you're trying to give. So you are ready now. So here you are. This is you. You're walking with the B and the C Ubiquiti internet. You're going to walk over to B and you're going to install the station here, the B station, on top the roof or maybe the window, indoor, outdoor, your choice. Doesn't matter. You'll be installing the B here. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to carry unplug the injector and your station. You're going to walk over to the B building. Now once you're set up on that B building, here you are, continue with the C. You're going to walk over, take a big round and walk over to the C building, and you'll be configuring the C building with the injector and the device. Okay, assuming you're done with assuming you're done with B and C, so let's put that on the side here. Now this A access point, it is still in at home right here. Okay, so the internet service provider, the one that you pay monthly service for the internet, you're going to give you the internet cable into your house, into the A building. And assuming this is your Wi-Fi router at home. Okay, router. Okay, your router is here. So what you want to do is you want to have this one cable connect to your access point, right? So you want to have the one cable connect to your access point. Where does it go to? It has to go into your LAN. All right, so my access point here, and this is my internet service provider cable coming off from my router, and I'll be plugging directly into my LAN. So what it does is the internet provider is giving you the internet coming down here, going into your injector, and then shooting back out to this gray cable. This gray cable shoot it back to the access point. Now the access point is shooting the wireless Wi-Fi over to your B building, the building that you walk over and set it up. So it's shooting A and B, and the B now has internet. Now when you have internet, what do? You just have to plug it in from the LAN. This is a B cable, right? You'll be plugging it in here to the LAN, and then what you can do is you can plug in the other part here into your computer, right? You can plug it into a computer. You can plug it into a router, your PlayStation, right? Or maybe a camera. You can plug into any of this device so that the A is shooting to the B, and the B receives the signal, the blue cable running back to the injector, and the injector shoots out the internet back to this orange cable, and it goes into either your computer, your router, or any of the devices. Now you're going to walk over to the C building. You're going to do the same thing. A is shooting to the C, and you'll be plugging this thing into the C building, right? So you'll be plugging another cable here to the C, and then you'll be getting internet by plugging this into the computer or any other devices. All right, so this is pretty much it. You're shooting point to multi-point for the network. Okay, we are doing the point to multi-point network. All right, so if you find this video is helpful, please go ahead and give me a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. If you have any question, comment below. I'm more than happy to help you. And if you want to give me a call, I do accept phone call. My number is 808. My business number is 808-236-4335. I run an IT business. Now, if you have any question regarding about the setup, you're not too sure, give me a call or comment below, or send me an email. We'll try to reach out to you and help you whatever we can. All right. Again, if you find the video is helpful, please click the like. I would be really appreciate you for doing that. And also for those of you who are interested with this project and this is what you're trying to do, I'll have the link in the description below where you can go directly to Amazon. Okay, right here, Amazon. You can go directly to Amazon to get all of these devices. The Ubiquiti, Loco, M5 station, right? So I'll link it in the description below. It will direct you directly to Amazon where you can buy all of these devices. All right, so I hope this is helpful. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something today. Bye now.